Sunday business page.
Environmental sustainability is a goal of the United Nations, countries around the world, some corporations, and many communities. For Pittsburgh, a city that overcame a smoky image, it only seems appropriate that we hold a special event on how Pittsburgh can reach a sustainable future by the year 2030. Why is that important? Covestro, the former Bayer, hosted the Think30 Summit. We welcome Bob Walker to the Sunday Business Page. He's head of external communications for Covestro. Also with us is Josiah Gilliam, special assistant to the CEO and manager of the Homewood Children's Village. Programs like the Children's Village and My Brother's Keeper follow United Nations Sustainability Development Goals to improve the health and economic well-being. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here.
Thank you, John.
Thanks for having us.
Let me first ask you, Bob, about Covestro, because a lot of folks see the sign on the way to the airport or going out Parkway West, but they're not exactly sure. What is Covestro?
Yeah, it's interesting, John. We're very proud of that sign, by the way. Covestro is the former Bayer Material Science business, and that's why you see us located on the Bayer campus. In 2015, we spun off as our own company. It is the material science business, as I mentioned. We are predominantly a technology company based on polymer materials and technology for industries such as automotive, building and construction, and electronics.
Good. Sounds to me every reason why you want to be interested in sustainability, and we'll come back to that in a second. But Josiah, tell us a little about Homewood Children's Village. What's that all about?
Yeah, thanks, John. Yeah, so the Homewood Children's Village is an education-focused nonprofit that serves the schools of the Homewood community. We focus on academic preparedness, promise fulfillment, getting our students successfully to and through college. And through that role at the Village, I run the My Brother's Keeper initiative for the city of Pittsburgh and Allegheny County.
That's great. Well, again, welcome to the show. Think30. Well, let's see. 2030 is like 12 years away.
That's right.
That seems like it's down the pike a bit. But what is Think30? What was this conference all about, Bob?
Let me back up, John, and to the kind of the genesis of the initiative and how it fits with really the mantra of Covestro. As I mentioned, Covestro is only a 2-year-old company, but from the very onset, we established both locally and globally that sustainability will be at the heart of everything that we do. Right. And it drives innovation, it drives our technology. And we thought that, we know that there's a lot of good things going on in Pittsburgh in the sustainability realm, and trying to connect those to the UN sustainability goals seemed like a natural fit for us. So we spent the last 6 to 9 months conceptualizing the Think30 Summit, not knowing how it would turn out, and the idea
it was a success.
It was a huge success, and the idea was to coalesce all of the good things that are going on in Pittsburgh and the organizations that are involved in this, and have a conversation, have a day-long dialogue.
Good. And Josiah, you were one of the principal speakers at this program. What is it that you told folks who were in attendance here?
Yeah, I'm just of the opinion that it's the best time to be in Pittsburgh ever, as a matter of fact. And, we work with kids, so we're dealing with the future. And you have companies like Covestro, leadership like Mayor Peduto and Rich Fitzgerald that are talking about sustainability, but they're also talking about equity and inclusion, figuring out a way that everybody in Pittsburgh can take advantage of the renaissance that's coming. And that's very exciting. So I wanted to kind of give a positive note to the convening.
If I've heard this mantra once, I've heard it a gazillion times. If it's not for all, it's not for us.
I think that's right.
And that certainly has been the message that comes out of Mayor Peduto's operations. And I think the word sustainability, when we say it, people's eyes sort of glaze over. They don't know exactly what is meant by sustainability. How do you define it, and what is it that Pittsburgh's doing?
The natural definition of sustainability as it relates to us as a chemical company would be sustainability as it relates to the environment. Right. But we as a company look at it in a much broader sense. And as it relates to Think30, the whole notion of purpose was front and center for us, is to be able to identify why people do what they do and what drives organizations, what drives individuals, and it's this quest for a greater good, and that's in everything that we see around what the good things that are going on.
A quest for a greater good. Do you see it that way, Josiah?
I think so, yeah. I think about what's come out of the Allegheny Conference recently with the inflection report, reports like from the Brookings Institute as well. And the idea here is not just that we need to attract and retain talent, but how do we involve the talent that's already here? And I think that's the real notion of sustainability. You know, what can you build here in Pittsburgh as an individual community that can.
And I think the other part of it is how do we make it as meaningful for Homewood as we do for Fox Chapel?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's part of it. So we only have a couple seconds left. The Think30 conference of 2017, are we going to see more of this from Covestro in the years ahead? Where are we?
That's the big challenge, John. You know, we had a very successful event, a sold out event, to be honest. And now that the event is over, what next? How do we keep that momentum going? We as a first step, we've established a LinkedIn page that is the conversation mechanism for everyone that was involved in Think30, the 26 plus speakers and the people in the community who had a stake in Think30. The challenge for us, though, is what goes beyond that, and we're already we're really 3 weeks out from the event, and we're already thinking that maybe it's the time to make this an annual event.
Yeah, good. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming into the show and sharing with us. I think I'm all in favor of Think30, Think25. How about Think2020? All of this is all good, and congratulations to you for your leadership in the area. Much appreciated.
Thank you, John.
When the Sunday Business page continues, taking the skills learned from a software development company to create